Hey everyone, welcome back to an episode of Kuth Stumbles Through. Today we will be looking at Northwind. Game I came across on Steam. Gives me very strong Slay the Spire vibes. Kinda similar a little bit to a couple of the videos we've done lately. I played the tutorial a little bit, and then I had power outage because of weather. Fun stuff. But before we start over, go through the tutorial, kind of show it off. So the Duelist starts with an energy stone, so he gets a mana every turn. Pyrotech isn't available, but when any character receives damage, it gains a soul. And looks like they start with the same number of hit points for whatever it's worth. Alrighty, let's give it a check out. Tutorial. Perfect. Defeat enemies by playing cards from your hand. Pretty standard. To play cards, you need mana, which is down here. Mana can be obtained from relics and energy cards. Our Energy Stone Relic gives us a mana every turn. And Focus each give us mana as well. He's about to attack us with 4 attack pattern. You can see his attack pattern as shown below. So this thing here is that. Put up your own attack power by playing action cards to withstand the attack. Card says play attack and attack power shown. Cool. Having more attack power than your opponent will deal damage to them. Oh, so it's not like a strict attack or block. Kind of like you're pushing against each other. Okay, play 2 attack cards and 1 focus card to build up your attack power. Sure. Base attack. So if I understand right, this does 4. This does another 4. Elementary school math taught me that's 8. And then this. Okay, so when it's drawn, we get the mana automatically, but it still does a little bit of damage and costs us a mana to play. As a result, you'll deal 6 damage to this opponent when you end your turn. So it's 10 minus the 4, gives us the 6 overall. Looks like the arrows here say it's 6 damage going towards them. I imagine if it's coming towards me, there would be little arrows on the left side of that graphic. End the turn. When there are no cards left to draw, discard pile, shuffle back. Cool. So we draw 4, so we get back up to 8 mana. Ends his tutorial by defeating the opponent. So he's hitting us for 7, so we have to try to hit him for 13, which really just seems like it's going to be swing, 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 and then just 1 focus should finish it off. Alright, that's pretty standard. It's kind of neat that there doesn't seem to be block for us. We mitigate damage by doing damage to them. Add a leather gloves to our deck. Equipment, level 2, and we gain 2 strength, increases 1 power per stack. Okay. Tutorial part 2. Opponents can defend. They withstand your attacks, but will not deal damage back. Okay. It's a good opportunity to save your mana for leveling up. Your mana does not reset when end the turn. That's pretty cool. So if we just do this, we should keep all that mana. We've already saved 5 mana. We can level up. That's different. Boop. Leveling up is key to becoming stronger. It provides 2 benefits. All of your action cards will have more power. Okay, so we can go to like the middle portion here. And then equipment cards, so the level in the top left, that's how we equip it. Okay. Since we're level 2, we can do this. 2 strength for rest of battle, and the tutorial by beating the opponent. Okay. So like if he's just defending, I could probably just wait and level up next turn to get everything to 3. Like, we have plenty of mana now. Yeah, now we're level 3. So we could go 1, 2. Perfect. That's a cool little screen. I forgot to point that out last time. 1 mindfulness. We gain 2 mana, and then we lose 2 at the end of the turn. So I guess if we're going to end up with 0, or we're going to play until we end up with 0 mana, that's really helpful. Alright, we'll start here, and then we'll choose our path. So this guy. This guy's going to hit us for 5. So I think I could just do something like that. We do 3 to him, and then we preserve our mana. We have 6 now. He's hitting us for 8, so we have to do like 8 in return. But I think if we level up here, then we'll play the basic attack, which does 6 back. We can then use this on ourselves. Is this free to play? Yeah, that's just free to play. And then we can play these 2. 6. Finish it off. Yeah, that 2 extra mana is huge, especially because we're going to play our hand. 15 gold, 10 monster scales. 1 faction card, and 1 focus. Alright, so faction must be like our class. 3, 7, or 9 inflict. Oh, so as soon as we play it, not just at the end of the turn. This seems like a lot. For 1? So it does 6 immediately. Maybe even bypassing their own attack. And then does that damage. Doesn't seem like it scales super well with level, but still something. Detect weak spot. Next turn, apply 1 weaken. Reduce power by 50%. Stack reduces by 1. And then... So that's not only a damage buff for yourself, that's a damage mitigation for your opponent. And then removed after play until the battle ends. Then uppercut costs us 2. When overwhelm, have higher power than the opponent this turn. Okay. Apply 1 weaken. I think I'm going to go with this one. This seems really nice. And then we can either get a focus or 5 gold. I mean, having more mana just seems huge. It clogs up our deck a little bit, so we're definitely going to have to balance it. But at least it's not a totally dead card. Like, we can still play it for a couple damage. So these are events, I imagine. Can I... Okay. Let's go here, see what the events are. You cross paths with a merchant. He offers a random card for a mere 10 gold. Our gold is top left. Yes, okay, so can be spent. This is monster bones. Can be spent to smelt and forge cards in blacksmith. Can be spent to enhance cards at the alchemist in North. Alright, I'm sure we'll figure that out later. Let's see. So we can get jab. It's free, just does some damage. Quick-witted. Once per turn, draw 2. Costs us 2, though. Risky move costs 1. And gets weaker as we level. That's interesting. I'm just going to go with the free one. You encounter an undead creature. There is treasure in this graveyard. You can take whatever you find. Then hands us a shovel. Dig a hole in the center. The frozen soil crumbles beneath your shovel, revealing a gift from the departed. See alligator snap. Okay. Once per combat, but it looks like these are just reusable things. That's kind of neat. Okay, some monsters have rampage counters. When conditions are met, it gains a charge. When full, it uses its ultimate. Hover your mouse over the rampage to see it. So it increases by 1. Summon a minion at turn end, max of 2. Okay, but it's not doing anything now. So we definitely have jab. So we're going to have to find a way to break through this. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the mindfulness to go up to 6. We'll level to 2, which then lets us play the gloves. Because we're going to drain at the end of the turn, we want to use up all the mana we can. So this is 6. That is also 6. Okay. And we even get to put some damage into him. That just fills up right away. Okay. So we have to try to do 15 to him and then try to get through the chip damage or any direct damage we can do to him. So that would be the direct damage. So it would be like 6. 6 does 4 to them. This does 3, which would finish him off. And then we could just do the direct damage there, if I understand it correctly. Yeah, so that does... So anytime we draw that card, we're just going to want to do direct damage. So he's just going to keep defending. So here's our chance to... Ooh. We could level again with this, but I don't think so. I think I want to use... We just don't have enough to level and play one of these. Because, like, we could offset it. With the mindfulness. So if we play 1 on him, that leaves us with 4 energy. So that's 18, 21. It's exactly enough to do that. Yeah. Now the dumb question. The close button right there. That was my dumb question. We can also use that. That's something we should keep in mind. I'm like debating, do we just try to do enough, like just go up and take the damage? But I don't think so. I think we finished this guy off. Yeah. And that's not going to do anything. We're going to lose the mana anyway. I know we're going to want to use this. But I think I want to use it in case of emergency. Or to finish them off. We have 5 here and they're not doing anything. But the thing is, this slash isn't going to be able to hit him. I still think I want to level up to get our most damage. And then I'll just go ahead and take the jab. It's not going to do a lot or anything, but... Okay. There's the jab. So we can do... So you're at 11. You're there. So you're at 10. If we just do this, that finishes you off. Oh, he's attacking us now. That's a new one. But... Finishes him off. Good chunk to him. He's using his... So he's doing 26. So we can do... 4/ puts him at 11. We have to do 20 damage to get him in range. 8 and 4 of these. Yeah, we got there. Once we do... That does it? Yep. Just for fun, we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, so that was just ad management. I think picking up the free one helped, and then also, like, leveling up definitely let our damage overwhelm his defenses. Inflict 4 damage twice, so this costs 2, though. When you inflict the enemy, reduce this card's cost by 1. That's pretty cool. That's a cool, like, mini payoff card. Because that does a good amount of damage, like, even off the bat. Is this inflict? Yeah. Or at level 3, gain a strength for each equipped equipment. I think I'm going to go with this, because we can inflict somewhat easily. Like, we can get it down to costing 1 pretty quickly. I'm going to take another focus. And then pick a relic. So that must have been an elite, which makes sense. Ensnared. It'll be discarded at turn end. Will not be discarded. Okay. Gain 2 strength as long as your mana is 0. I don't think so. That requires us to have a lot more 0-cost cards. Like, right now, I think that only really triggers for, like, jab. Card retention's cool. Alright. So this dude's hitting us for 8. I think I'm going to do what I did last time. I'm going to take the 2 mana. Level up to 2. Take the gauntlet. 4/ and jab. Yeah. If we only have to do 4... so we have to get through the 12. We can just do that. Yeah, we got it already, actually. Now it's even. These do 3 apiece. And we also have this guy we can use. Yeah. Man, way easier than the elite. And, like, this amount of, like, rewards, even for normal combats, feels nice. Power Surge. Choose 1 action card, add 10 power. For this battle. Maybe? Injure. Reduce power per stack. So this is a combo card if we had something that triggered injured. Which we don't. Or just gain 4 strength at level 3. Doesn't have a cost besides like level 3, so it's a dead card for a little bit. But 4 strength is a lot. Let's give that a shot. See how quickly we can get to level 3. I'm still going to take more mana though. This is a perk. It can be used once per battle. Like, okay, so this guy's a perk. The perk stays with you the entire run unless you discard it. Draw 1 card and discard a card. That's really cool. I like that. That seems very powerful. A campsite, this and this, or a shop. Let's go to the campsite, because there's also elite combat here. We don't need to heal. Go fishing. Yes, please. Receive awaken. Costs us 2. Doesn't do anything at level 1. There's a lot at level 3, but it still costs 2. We're getting more and more mana. Let's give it a shot. Worst comes to worst, we can discard it once per battle. Now we gotta split things up a little bit. I think we can do this. Level 2. This is for 6. So we can use it on you. To at least cancel it out. This inflicts. Just go ahead and do 1 damage. Alright, so here's our level 2 here. You're not doing anything, so we can just put everything on you. So that's really just like 6. Just do a little bit of damage. Actually, I can just do that. Yeah. We're not level 3. We have 3 mana because we didn't draw a lot. So like this guy costs 3 but does 17. We'd also just do like enough to cancel him out and save 1, especially because this gets saved. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah. Yeah, he gets saved. Alright, we definitely need more mana cards. You're doing 13. Yeah, we don't have more mana cards right now. I guess to inflict 6 damage. Thought we've been doing that. Does it have to be in hand? It might have to be in hand in order for the cost to go down. That's too bad. That makes it a little trickier, and I wonder if it's for the rest of combat or not. I mean, holding on to it certainly helps. That'd be nice. Skip. I'm going to go with another mindfulness. It's more energy for us. Now for the elite. When you play a skill card, it gains strength increase this turn. So it gains 6 whenever we play a skill card. Let me guess. That's a skill card. Yep. I'd love to level. But then we'd be taking 18. We could get that down to 12. And then we get it down to 6. And be at level 2. Playing this doesn't make much of a difference, actually. Actually, it kind of does, because... this puts us at 8. $12. Yeah, we do want to do this. Level. We're going to take our first damage here. Yeah, we'll take 6. I think the best we could have done otherwise was 8. This also puts us at level 2 for getting the gauntlets and stuff. $20. We only have 2 mana. Holding on to these focuses is really hurting, because then they can't cycle back through to get redrawn. Well, that 3 definitely helps. I'm thinking I can inflict, play this for 2, and play one other thing to not take any more damage. See, that should go down to 2. If that's getting saved, I'm just going to use this instead of the mana one, because we'll do a little bit of damage. I would have played the mana if it was going to get saved, just to try to avoid that. 16 coming in. Let's do this. 14. Seven. 1. So if I play this, he gains 6, but we can then do 6 back to him. And what that allows is for us to empty the hand so we can redraw the manas. Yeah, we still do 2 damage, but we get the manas back instead of them sitting in the hand. Monsters with Overwhelm token indicate the effect that occurs if the monsters have higher attack during this turn. The effect is prevented if you have higher attack. Okay. Well, I'm thinking we shouldn't let that happen. 3 injure. Well, that'll help. That'll do 2. That'll leave it at 2, and then anything else we play will be fine. I'm fine with that staying in the hand as long as the manas don't, so. So he's just defending this turn. So this is actually the perfect time for us to not have enough energy to level up. 1 short. Okay. Guess we could empty most of our hand. This would do 17. Yeah. So I'll still play this. We'll do that to inflict. So that's a little bit cheaper. Jab. And then... Alright, he's at 12. This hand is not good. If we level and can play this plus 3 more cards, we get 2. We only get 4 damage out of it. If we play this and pretty much all of these, so we get 6, we get 21. We take 2 damage just by playing our hand. I think we have to. Luckily, he doesn't have the overwhelm here. Oh, we don't keep that? Thought we would have kept that. That would have been great. 3. 13 coming in. We managed to do 25 this turn. We're in a good position, but I don't think that's happening. We can do 13 here. Something I'm not doing well is saving my mana, and I probably should be. Alright, we just tie here. I'm just going to save my mana. Yeah, I think we just do this now. That, and then the jab. We'll finish him off. That's a lot of damage at level 3, though. That 24 really ramps up. When played against an enemy, we don't have injure. When overwhelm, reuse. It does cost 10, though. Or it does cost 2, sorry. We're devastated. Once per turn, unequip 1 equipment and to draw 2. Not a huge fan of any of these, if I'm being honest. I think I'm going to skip. Take the gold. It's funny, some turns I feel like I have way too much energy and others not enough, and I think that's because I'm not conserving it well enough. We don't really have weaken? Yeah, we don't really have weaken in here. After you shuffle your discard pile into your draw pile, add 6 power to your next act. That seems helpful. We'll grab that. Campsite, monster bone, and then a settlement. All right. We're still pretty healthy. Let's go fishing. Dull scissor. Gain 2 strength as long as you have 3 or fewer cards in hand. All right. If we're going to be playing most of our hand, that could be helpful. That's a big boy. All right, so in 4 turns, when fully charged, overwhelm, apply. Okay. Got it. So if we play this, we have 6. Then we have 1 if we level. That's not a lot. Awaken doesn't do anything, though, is the thing. I think we have to level here. And then maybe discard a mana card. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do this. Yeah, I'll use this now. We'll just go ahead and play just about everything. Because we're going to get drained anyway. Yeah. So if we inflict here, we can end up playing this for 17. So we inflict. Play that for 17. Ooh, that targeting's not great. So it's 6 to him, and then play the free jab, and we'll save the mana. $14. We have to play 3 of these. Just to come out even. Just trying to save enough mana to get to level 3. We can play our 1 equipment for that. And did he add something to our deck? Yes. That's frustrating. He's not doing anything here. Let's just level and hold on to these. Yeah. Because we're not getting through 36. Alright, 38. We have 4 mana. Let's go with this. We'll do 8 now. Go ahead and play this. Do 24. Do 22. And then I'm going to hold off, because if we played this, that means one of these would be saved, and I don't want that. So I'd rather keep this in hand. Do we have Drain, though? We do have Drain. So we might as well play these two. That way they go back in. 33? That's an impressive hit. Look at this. Okay. So I can play that for 1. We can play this for free. Yeah, I'll go ahead and play this for 1. So 8, 4, and 4 is 16. We still take 1. So I think I'm just going to empty my hand. Now we should get a little bit of extra strength. Yeah, I should have remembered we would have gotten extra strength. We would have been fine without the drain, I think. $24. 14. 14. Oh, yeah, we're fine. I'm just going to play it all. Probably should have played the Mindful first. That way our attacks were below 3 cards. Alright, we have 4. We definitely want to use Awaken, so this has to go. This does 24. Does 8? Gets us over the bump. I kind of like not having to juggle block, if I'm being honest. You can kind of just go full Oonga Boonga. And the fact that the cards generate you mana as well is kind of cool, but it leads to a little more RNG, I think. But that could be, like, worked around with your skill at knowing how your deck flows and preserving energy. Or, like, when to unload everything. Alright, pick a duelist card. Add power equal to your strength times 4 this turn. Morph into exhaust. Okay. So, at equal to your strength this turn. Morph with all upgrades transferred. So it seems like, especially early on, when we have like 6 or 8 strength, we could get, say we have 6 strength, we get 24 additional damage, and this does 54. It's 4/4 energy, though, which is kind of a lot. And so this means there's another bonus. So if we're at level 3, it's times 5 instead. So it would do 60. Okay. Mimic adjacent cards except for adapt. Create a fleeting copy of a card. It gets cheaper at level 3. Okay. Solar Eclipse is an action. Add 2 power for each other card with Overwhelm in your deck. When Overwhelm, apply 1 weaken. I kind of like this as like a finisher. I mean, it's, if you have the 4 energy, it still does quite a bit up front. Like at level 2, even with just the 2 strength, that does 31. I mean, it's 4 energy, but that's pretty alright. Let's give that a shot. I'm going to take another focus. Once each turn, draw when you have 3 different cost cards in your hand. And this is a relic, not a perk. Combat start, gain 1 Furious. When damaged, gain strength this battle. So I guess we'd gain 1 strength. Is that every time we're damaged? Like, I don't see a whole lot of self-damage synergies right now, but especially if we're going to be scaling with it off that new card we just got. I'm going to go with this, though, to try to draw more manas. Especially because we do have 0, 1, 2s, 3s, and 4s now. And perk. Gain Overwhelm, apply 3 injure. Okay, so there's a little bit of injure stuff. And then the settlement. I think this is where we can spend stuff. Welcome to the Northwind town. Check out these shops. They offer you unique upgrades. When you are done, click on the well to continue your adventure. Tavern, not available. Antique shop. So they have relics and perks. So the relic, add 1 power to all action card with Overwhelm. Alright, so you're definitely starting to see some Overwhelm synergies. Gain 1 mana if the enemy has a weaken status. That's a nice one if you do have a lot of weaken. Gain 2 strength this turn. Could definitely work for us. It's a nice burst of damage. Skip 5 basic cards. I don't think it shows you them in order, though. Also note there was a reroll function there. Create an exact copy of a card you own. Okay. Merge 2 basic or 2 similar mercenary cards together. So I'm guessing... Alright, so these are basic and energy. So if I don't think I want to merge them together. This gives me a little more consistency having 2 of them. But like, what if I were to merge these 2 together? Let's find out. So we merged 1. So we can merge it with this or this. Let's just... Gain 2 mana when this is drawn. But it costs 2 to play. What if we did this? 5, 7, 8. That's kind of neat. It cuts down on, like, the bloat, and it gets an extra card. That's actually... Like, it cuts down on the basic card in your deck while still keeping the main utility for it. What if we were to take, like, these two? 3 mana, 3 drain, though. Okay. So, actually, let's combine these two. And it uses up this right here. I'm gonna do it again. That actually, like, the more I think about it, the more I think that seems nice. Could we forge a focused attack? So these aren't basic anymore. So we could make a copy of that as well. How much would that cost? So that costs... Okay, so that also costs these. So both smelting and forging takes up the monster bones. The Alchemist. Here's a card's ability with a powerful gem. So I think this uses the scales. Yeah. Turn end, remove 1 random curse card. Once per turn, draw a card. Emerald is reuse. When played, put it on top of the draw pile at turn end. You could put that on the things we just bought. Like the combination of our attack and mana. So then we just continuously keep getting that mana turn after turn. If nothing else, it's almost like a free 5 damage or whatever it was per turn if we don't use the energy for anything other than this. Okay, we can only do it once. That's good to know. Okay, that's kind of cool. I like that. And this one's locked. I wonder if these are going to be stuff up here at some point, too. Do we get to keep going? Ooh, extensive demo. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up there. But we will check out the rest of this in tomorrow's episode. This is a pretty neat game. This might be one of my favorites I've played lately. And I played a lot of similar things lately. Sorry, my friend Carl's yelling at me. And Carl is my diabetes friend who tells me what my sugar is. I'm going to leave a link for this down below, but I really encourage you guys to check this out. This is really neat, especially all the upgrades you can make at the town as well. That's good stuff. So yeah, go check it out, guys, and go ahead and hit subscribe if you want to see more episodes of this or any other games. Let me know down in the comments below. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching. Have a great night, and take care.